Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Also, if you get anything from this, I really would appreciate if you'd hit that like button. Let's get this out to more people. Starting to see subscribers are going up, views are going up. Now, look, to clarify, I got some comments on my last video or suggesting that they thought maybe I had sold everything or that, I was fading the market. And look, to clarify, I am heavily invested in the market. I mean, we are here. This is it. We're ripping. Alt season, I think, has definitely begun. Now, I did do some sells yesterday, but some of the tokens that I was in are not part of my long-term kind of conviction plays. I have some core tokens that I have been buying all through the bear market. Bitcoin, of course, is my biggest token. And to be clear, like everything that I do really is a way for me to just stack more Bitcoin. That's really all I care about. But I want to know that I'm going to have funds available next time I see a really big opportunity. And look, we're going to see opportunities all through this bull cycle. So, if some of you missed the XRP pump, guess what? There's going to be more. We're going to talk about some of those in this video. I got some good things lined up for you. I also want to kind of point out there's a YouTuber, I forget his name. I like the way he says what his channel is about. He's like, this is my channel is like a Pinterest board of ideas, right? It's just his ideas and that he's sharing with you. Like, I'm not an expert. My technical analysis is subpar at best. Okay, I barely know what I'm doing. I absolutely love crypto. That's why I started this channel. I mean, I really started the channel like 3 years ago. And that was because none of my friends knew anything about crypto and I had no one to talk to about it. So I just figured, let me just kind of spout off about crypto and see what happens on YouTube. If you are new to crypto markets, welcome. And you're going to have a lot of opportunities, I think, to make a lot of money. Now, the statistics would show that the majority of us are not going to make it. I've heard 99%, but let's just go 95% of people that enter the crypto market don't make any money. They lose money. That's just a fact. There's definitely going to be people on YouTube that are going to be talking about taking profits. I'm one of those people that if I'm up on something that's not part of my long-term, core investment, and I'm up 2-3x in a short period of time, like how I was with XRP, I'm going to take profits. I think XRP absolutely has a lot more room to go. That was just never one of my core plays. When Trump got elected, and then with Gary Gensler talking about stepping down, I saw an opportunity and I was like, let me jump in here. And by the way, opportunity costs are huge. Always try and have a reserve of some capital for when an opportunity presents itself. So just be careful with certain projects. You can get caught in them and not all of them are going to make it. Anyway, I'm rambling too much. Let's dive into some charts. I'm going to show you some things. I think you're going to really love what I got at the very end for you. This is a special gift. This thing I think could really explode. First off, real quick, while we're here, Tangem, get yourself a cold storage wallet. As you start accumulating more and more projects, get a cold. Tangem is my favorite. There's a lot of people that like Ledger. I don't like Ledger. I had Ledger. Look at Tangem, man. You get this little card here. It's like a little credit card, black. It's nice, and these are my keys, right? And look at this. It's got a great holiday special. Buy one, get one at 50% off. That's pretty amazing. Use the link down below. Also, use links. All right. I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to show you something. I mean, I am. But what I mean is that whatever YouTuber you like and follow, use their links because there's a lot of scams out there and you really just never know. And we've seen it, especially around cold storage. Check out my link down below. Coming over, Bitcoin dominance. We've been looking at this and this is looking lovely. All right. We're definitely we are into alt season. RSI down here is definitely into that oversold area. So, there could be a little bit, maybe get going flat for a little bit or potentially sideways to up, and then I could see then another leg down, right? So just kind of keep an eye on that. But this is what we want to see. We broke out of this channel and we are off to the races. We got Bitcoin over here doing its thing. Now I kind of thought we were going to see a little bit more of a drawdown. And that might still happen. It might not. I mean, this thing could absolutely just start ripping. The one thing I've noticed is that like nothing in crypto surprises me anymore. And during bull markets, the markets become irrational. All right. I was watching Crypto Banter and Ran. I don't know if you watched that, but one of the hosts of the show, he's got a short on XRP right now. And I'm just like, he's like 25 grand in the hole right now, and he's keeping it open. Now he may be proven right that XRP, does have a pullback, but all what I've come to, learn is that crypto markets act irrational during bull markets, and they do things that don't make sense. So just have that in mind. I definitely don't take any short positions during bull runs. All right, so the big one, probably my one of my biggest bags that I have is SUI. All right, and it's been a while since I've talked about this here, but if you look at SUI on the 4-hour chart, it had been forming this trading in this channel right here, kind of forming a bull flag almost, right? And I think Stewie had run so much. If you look at the accumulation zones, this is one of my long-term core plays, by the way. All right, so I've got a lot of this, and I started accumulating when it was below $1 into this area, and then I even started accumulating when it came up here. I'm very bullish on Sui. It's probably my second biggest. I think right now I'm like tied between Solana and Sui, but I think I have more Sui than I do Solana. All right. So right now, Sui is looking really good. 4-hour, what's going on in the hour? Did it pull back a little bit since this morning? It's just kind of stalling out a little bit. It's catching its breath. But I mean, if you look at this thing, it really has traded, you know, how it's supposed to trade. Like it just look at this bounce off of here, right? Bounce up here. So it breaks out of this channel and then it finds it as support. Coming down here and touching this again, this was a critical, it really needed to kind of make this move. I'm just glad to see this thing taking off. I do think Sui is going to be poised. Once we break this right here and get into $4, we are in price discovery. Let's take a look. What we would be looking at. Come down with the Fibonacci here. And so similar to actually XRP in that it busted out of this, the all-time high. If we draw Fibonacci from here to the lows, and you see once it breaks this here, this can give you an idea of where we are heading. So I think $4 is definitely going to be on target. I think once it breaks here, it could be a clean shot right up to 475, right? Because that's be at the 2.618. All right, 475. And then our next target would be up at $6.40. And then moving on to $7.43. This thing could really go. How high this thing goes, I'm not exactly sure. During the kind of euphoric run that it had here, people were talking about this thing going to $20. This bull cycle, that's a lot. I will be very happy if it goes that high. I've heard even higher than that. I've heard 30, 40. One person, said $80 for Sui. So this thing is starting to heat back up again. So if you didn't get into Sui and you've been thinking about it, it's worth I would keep an eye on this. I mean, it's run quite a bit today, so it might make sense to wait a little bit for a pullback to get a better entry. But this has been really kind of consolidating nicely for the last several weeks, building power, resetting its RSI. That's the other thing. The RSI was just out of control. Right? Super high. Actually, that wasn't that high, up in the 80s, 85. Oh, yeah, that's high. Resetting that RSI and then getting ready for the next leg up. If you're not in SUI, too high, totally understandable. So something that you may want to consider is, and again, I keep going back to meme coins. I think meme coins are going to have an epic run in this bull cycle, and meme coins can serve as a way to kind of leverage on blockchain, play the blockchains that you like. So if you like Sui blockchain, right, you may want to consider Blub. Okay, Blub is the mascot of Sui, and look at this chart. I mean, is this not like just a beautiful chart? Like this is kind of just your basic cup and handle, right? So here comes the cup. I mean, it could be up a little bit higher here. Here is the cup handle, and what it's done over the last little bit here is we've started to catch a bid. See, volume starting to come back in. During Sui's little consolidation period, it dried up. It's been dying down. I have been just kind of accumulating little bits along the way, $100 here, $200 there, just throwing, peanuts at it, but just building up a nice position. And it would be nice to see. I drew this a while ago. Let me just clean that up. So it could, start heading back down again, and do one of these. What we want to see it do is we want to see it break through here, then come back, test for support, then make its way up, breaking here, here, and then off to the races. And then we're in price discovery. All right. So look, blub could be an excellent thing. It's down big. You saw it pump here. If SUI starts pumping and breaking all-time highs, what do you think this thing's going to do? This thing is going to absolutely fly. All right. Another one that I'm in, probably my fourth biggest bag, is Ondo Finance. Please tell me some of you guys are in Ondo. Please tell me this is a real world asset. All right. This one is huge. BlackRock's involved in this. And I'm not going to go into a whole thing of what Ondo is. I'm sure a lot of you already know it. But I'm super pumped this happened. I guess, I wanted to quickly just show something in looking at, well, no, maybe I just wanted to show off a little bit. Okay, here, but you know what? I'll humble myself here and go to Solana. And again, and I'm very heavy in Solana. I was anticipating Solana coming back more and coming down to this 200 area and regaining support and then coming off, right? But it's looking like it's going to invalidate this head and shoulders here. Now, I did say multiple times that in a bull market, head and shoulders get invalidated more than anything else. And I showed example of my third biggest bag, which is AVAX. Or no, this is my fourth. Ondo is, no, Ondo's more than AVAX. I got to look. But basically, you guys are getting to see my biggest bags, all right? It's SUI, Solana, Ondo, and AVAX outside of Bitcoin. All right. All the other things are just ways to kind of build more money to put into these, and then of course Bitcoin. But anyway, this is a invalidated head and shoulders, right? Boom, boom, boom. It came up, broke here, broke this shoulder, broke this head, and it's just it's having, the only thing that I was worried about a little bit just was this bearish divergence, right? So you see this, right? When we're having higher highs, but then down here we're having lower highs on the RSI. Typically that's bearish divergence, and we would normally see some type of correction. But again, in a bull market, markets will act irrationally. All right, so lastly, I did want to cover this one thing. You guys have been waiting for it. This could be the next huge big project, and that is TITS. Think about, just hang on a second here. Think about new people entering the market, and everyone is drawn to the different shiny coins, or the shiny picture of an ape, or you know what I mean, like a CryptoPunk, or whatever it is, right? Some cat, some meowing cat. Or what if someone said, hey, that literally was tits? That's what the meme is. We love tits. This is a meme coin on Solana. All right. It's got a market cap of 260 million. This was created apparently by women. I was reading on it a little bit, but a bunch of women created this. And yeah, meme coin. We love tits, with the ticker symbol TITS. All right. And it's got a market cap of 260 million. And what I really like about it is that the fully diluted valuation is 260 million. All right. So there's a circulating in circulation, and that's the total supply. So market caps are really important. What this means is that there's no more token unlocks. There's no more investors or owners of the coins that are going to get their coins unlocked where they can potentially sell, right? So market cap, really learn about market caps, fully diluted, and because this is huge. You got to really be careful sometimes when you get into a coin and then you find out there's lots of investors that have coins locked up, and then when they become available, they just dump it on the market. All the coins are out in circulation, and anyway, I bought some today, a very small bag, but at this kind of evaluation, I mean, this thing could really, this thing could fly. I think just with, what they're kind of poking fun of. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I hope I don't get canceled. Anyway, if you got anything from this, please, again, if you could hit that like button, comment down below. I loved interacting with you guys on the last one, even though some of you, were a little questioning me quite a bit, but I love that. I think we can have disagreements. I think that's healthy. So, all right. Anyway, I'll catch you guys all on the next one.